tactics, Caribzito tactics,
of course,
how the fans behave at the stadium, because we want to get more supporters into our stadium. It's not the referee that will come and sit here on Monday or Tuesday to discuss. So I believe that if the appointment is being made, they should look at competent, a referee who has got courage and who will use the rules to work.
Of course.
I'm sure if all these things are done, supporters not make us say, of course. But on the day, I think that it's about the mentality of the players and the technical team. Look, Benjamin Asari was supposed to fly this morning with a blaster. Yeah. But as of wrote to the FA, we need our goalkeeper here. We want him to be in. And for me, it's a big one for him.
Of course.
A lot of people are talking about #1 in Ghana. Of course, he is #1 in Ghana. But Japan and Korea is a big game, big platform. I was in UK when they came to play the Four Nation tournament in Brentford. I mean, we saw the kind of goals he conceded. So this is an opportunity for him to also say goodbye to Razafok fans before he leaves. Whether he's going to be imposed, whether he's going to concede or not. He is the leader of the Razafok setup. Watching him warming up, his concentration, his focus is excellent. Yeah. Kamara has also been invited to his national team.
The Guinean.
I heard him speak, and he was talking about thanking his colleagues, his technical handlers, giving him that kind of opportunity in Kotoko goal post. Today has been invited to their national team. Is he going to be allowed to concede such goals that we've seen him conceded in some games? A difficult move. Look, in as much as Didi Dramani, about your friend and Caribzito, the two goalkeepers have a role to play in this game this afternoon.
Of course, of course. But Mo, pretty quick, give us the tactical breakdown. And the game, I know, say, the 4-3-3, the 3-5-2 system, the coaches and our players in the name who are really going to be the game changers. What are we expecting to see from both teams across Sports Stadium?
Well, this is the starting 11 of both sides. Kotoko did not change their starting 11. Heart-to-Folk made one change, and so Baba Adamu is in, and then they made sure that they have their wing backs, Ransford and Amankwabe Efi now will join the midfield. So coach made a comment that Heart-to-Folk now want to crowd their midfield. So the two wing backs now joins the attack, and that they have Baba Adamu, Kevin Osesibe, Ali. But in terms of minutes played, Amankwabe Efi has got 640 minutes, one of the most consistent Heart-to-Folk player this season. Then
the most improved.
Yes, then the most improved, and Ransford Mensah as well.
Well, he want to loan at Dreams FC. Everybody thought he was not coming back. But look at the numbers he's giving Heart-to-Folk since he's retired.
Yes.
He's been really good.
Very good. Now, Heart-to-Folk in their last game against Baseke operated with their two strikers, and so Hamza Issa is currently the top scorer with Mauli Wayo, who is on the bench. 2 goals scored this season. Frank Ebuda Duku has 1 goal going into the game, and so these are going to be the 2 attackers for Heart-to-Folk, and they are going to make sure that they put more pressure on the Kotoko defense. Now, Kotoko would have their striker Morifin Donsu, who is going to be the player to watch out for. He's going to mount pressure on the Heart-to-Folk defense to pave way for other players like Hubert Jehu to create chances and shoot from long range. Hubert Jehu really operates from this side. Though he plays as a midfielder, he wants to cut in from this side, and then with Lord Amwa. So a lot of work for Ransford Mensah, because Ransford would have a lot of work to do because Lord would join the attack. Hubert Jehu would also join the attack from this angle.
Same
and then Saka Dauda, I've not even mentioned him because with Saka Dauda, he is going to operate from this side. So 3 Kotoko players will be crowding the Heart-to-Folk wings. Now, whenever they lose the ball, you have 2 players joining. Saka Dauda now remains at this position, paving way for them. Then Lord Hilary Adabo, whenever Kotoko is attacking, would be around here. You have Hubert Jehu here. Then Seth Kojo will be the man to sit back and make sure that whenever there is a counter-attack with Lord Amwa joining the attack, Peter Amidu Akwa, and then Patrick Esiedu, he falls back and makes the Kotoko back 3 to make sure that Heart-to-Folk do not have the opportunity to enter into their 18-yard box. Raphael Amponsa, one of the most improved players of Heart-to-Folk, he joined Heart-to-Folk from Asekem. That was 2 seasons ago, but currently a key defensive midfielder for Heart-to-Folk, and is the reason why Karim, who has recovered from injury, would have to sit on the bench to pave way for him. Then Patrick Esiedu around here. Parku George, very good with the ball. And because of Parku George and then Hussein Mohammed, it means that Kotoko would have Lord Hilary Adabo and then Seth Kojo doing a lot of work. And that is the reason why Lord Amwa should be cautious joining the attack, because the more he joins, you pave way for Parku George and then Hussein to create decent chances. Hussein really wants to work from this side. Parku would also want to work from this side. And so it gives them the opportunity. And whenever Hartlepool is attacking, they'll have two men here, Parku George and Amankwabe Efi from this side. Yeah. You have Ransford Mensah and then Hussein from this side. And the two strikers who are going to make sure that Samba Onel and Henry Ansu do not relax are going to make it more difficult. Now, I want to give you a scenario of Kotoko's strength in terms of performance. Right. And you are going to see how they operate from their angles. And so this is Kotoko, Morifin Donsu. I told you that Morifin is going to give you that runs and make sure that the defenders are not comfortable. And so look at the Karela United defenders and look at the position of Morifin Donsu. And that is where you have to be careful about the passes of Kotoko players, because when the passes go in, look at the angle. Morifin is not scoring, but look at how he was able to detect the position of his man. Look at the meters. He made sure that he moves in, created a chance, and then Kotoko got the goal from Peter Amidu Aqua. And so Peter is going to be a threat for Hartlepool, and they need to be very careful. Again, this is how Kotoko scored against Karela. Look at the build-up from the right side. Look at Lord Amwa. We spoke about Lord Amwa's move from the right side. You will see Hubert Jehu moving from this side. And so you will see Hubert Jehu, you see another Kotoko player, and then Morifin Donsu from the attack. Let's see how they move. Then he gives a pass, and then they locate their marksman who gets the goal for Kotoko. And look at the angle. And that is where Hartlepool need to be very careful in terms of the angles. Look at the distance with how Hubert Jehu got the goal against Karela United. A space for Hubert Jehu is now a problem. Look at the number of players of Karela United who allowed Hubert Jehu to kick the ball. About 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And look at the number of Kotoko strikers, attackers. They have about 8 players in the half of Karela United. So I told you that more of the Kotoko players will crowd from the right side. Some will be crowding from the left side. But they would always depend on the weak angle. If you are weak at this side, you find Hubert Jehu, you have Lord Amwa, Saka Dauda, all moving from that angle, allowing Peter Amidu Aqua to breathe and build up from the counter. And so that really makes the game more difficult. But let's look at Hartlepool as well. Hartlepool are also a good side. And you see a cross. And this is how Parku George also scored for Hartlepool. Right. If goalkeeper Kamara...
I am blending with the China because we are super so a feel of the analysis, you know, because the way I know why you Kotoko I say we focus more on Kotoko. For say Hartlepool, almost so dangerous, especially with 8-year boss.
Okay, so let's talk about Hartlepool quickly. This is Hartlepool, and this is the biggest strength. Now they have 2 strikers. So if you allow them to do more of their cross. Uja crosses, let's look at Hartlepool again. Look at goalkeeper, very good goalkeeper. But you find the 2 strikers, Hamza Issa and then Frankie Buladuku in the 18-yard box. So all the time you see them around, and they know the strength of Kamara. Kamara is a goalkeeper who struggles with aerial balls and who struggles to grab ball once. And so in the Gaka top 4, you saw they scored twice. One of the goals came around this side. And that is how Yimana Lamankwa got the second goal against Kotoko. And so look at how the goal happened. And so if you give them space, they are going to score from this angle. And that is going to be a dangerous one for the opponent. And so a tough one, a tough fixture for both sides. Let's see how it goes. And this is another goal I want us to look at. And so Hartlepool Biom, Mauli Wayo. And so Mauli Wayo Enyao, 1-on-1. And look at the number of players that were Hartlepool 18-yard box. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Kobet made decide, they say, okay, Bono, Medebema way, met me the ama way, met me the ama way, not also the ama way, now for Marche. So a lot of options for Hartlepool. Say Kotoko, and you're careful. Now has crowded up 18-yard box with Frank Ebura and Hamza Issa. Not Mauli Wayo back in the second half. Ubenya problem. They have the space and Omube ran it throughout 90 minutes.
Right. So these are some of the tactical breakdowns you are expected to see at the Accra Sports Stadium. Enti sende unyanko ya. Mebacho tickets no the form kra ubetimiako the Accra Sports Stadium now also akunya a few of the super class. It's happened just twice in the whole season. So if you miss one in Accra, the only time you could get to watch Heart of Oak and Asante Kotoko will be in Kumasi Babayara Sports Stadium. Coach, big game. Your final words, expectations. Who will you be rooting for? What exactly will you be looking out for in this encounter?
I love the way Mo analyzed the game, how Kotoko was scoring against Karela United, how Hasselhoff also did with the Benin Gold Stars. And for me, I believe, sir, there are two teams now. So Hasselhoff Krabola. The only thing Kotoko can do is to make sure Sobo close in the pocket of spaces. Because the runs of Frank Duku and then the runs of Hamza is pressure. So if Hilary Adabo or Seth Kojo makes mistake, that is where Hussein, who handles the ball, Ukrabo, Paco runs direct. And of course, Raphael Amponsan sits and he also do. And Kotoko also nyabo no say move from the strong point of Kotoko.
The right side.
Lord Amwa's side. We say Saka Dauda is good in running. Who bet Jehu or committed defenders with the ball. Tell me the ball no be pian. No creative space or power. And this also on Osua. Let us say which has for back trainer. Obviously, Ademu Mohammed will shift to make sure Sobe cover Raphael Aponsa. And then the ball on the right, Ali or probably Osesibe, now Ali stay in the middle. So that Sibe will also cover Amankwa Befi. So the strong point of Hasselhoff, Amankwa Befi, and of course on the right side is George Paco. And then on the left side, no, Raphael Aponsa, and of course the other players. So what I said, who share the bench now, or the Maulu or pace or the bench. Kakari, wonderful with the ball on the right. But any left-footed player be all right, and if you want to stop him, you need another right-footed player from that side. It is also a game now, a move-foot game. But team or what the toughest mentality, decision-making, and taking of its chances, will win this particular game.
Right. That was Coach Ebenezer Sefa. Now, Coach, your quick predictions for this game.
Yeah, try to push me.
Why that say?
I don't predict. And oh, no, it's true. Because, no, we wouldn't say they are on the same level. Okay. Look, Hussein, Hubert Jehu, right? Mefa Ubiti said, Hilary Adabo, George Paco, Seth Kojo, formerly of Bechem United, and of course, Raphael Aponsan from Asekem. These are guys are Look at Osesibe. He's an improved player.
From
some previous game from when Kotoko Abo. Ali Muhammad has been with Accra Lions, and look at the way of vision and has to focus on.
Okay. Right.
And for me, it's going to be a tight game, very tight game. But the teams that has got character, decision making, and taking of its chances will win. But we are not going to see more goals in this game. It's not going to be more than 2 games.
Right.
In this game.
Mo, or prediction for this game because we are big.
Yeah, me coach game we after first half now with me cleared, but coach making points be for the first time.
We don't have time.
Yes, for the first time, like for like. Wouldn't mean can say we exceptional scene we.
And wouldn't predicting.
First half from that because a tough game. Wouldn't say since 2017 I share Kotoko first round on share Kotoko first round be. It's usually how the game goes in the first.
Right. And so these were my gallant men. We'll be crossing over to our men on the grounds. Mutala Yakubu and his crew will be taking over to bring us all the in-depth analysis from the Accra Sports Stadium. And so stick and stay with us. Enjoy the beautiful game live on Onia TV and TV3. My name is Solomon Amaka, the Superman. I did this with Coach Ebenezer Sefa as well as Mohamed Shaban. Alexis Laura joined us from the Accra Sports Stadium. We're crossing over to Mutala Yakubu and his boys.
Accra Sports Stadium. The legends are here with me and we'll be discussing this game. It doesn't get any bigger than this because this is Heart of Oak coming up against Asante Kotoko. One of the biggest games on the Ghanaian football calendar. My name is Mutala Yakubu, and as I said, I've been surrounded by 2 legends that you'll be hearing from shortly. But before that, let's acknowledge our sponsors. And they say that they have a message for you. They say don't just enjoy the game, you need to win some cash as well. So end your day like a champion with Dewa 539 direct. Wind down with a win at 7 p.m. with numbers 1 to 39. The odds are stacked in your favor. Multiply your stake with 5 Ghana cedi and above by a jaw dropping 5,000 with direct 4 and 50,000 on Direct 5 when all your numbers match the draw results. All you need to do is now play and watch your mobile wallet fill up with winnings. Dial *446# or visit dewanla.com and you can win some good cash. Also, you can follow us on all our socials. On Instagram, it is Ghana League _. On X, it is Ghana League. TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook, Ghana Premier League. You can get the latest there so that you don't miss any of the action. I said I was here with two legends, two who have played the game before and know all about this fixture. One was the captain of Hearts of Oak when they lifted that 2004 Confederation Cup. He has won about 5 Premier League titles with the Forbien, and he clearly works for them to ensure that the club gets to the standard that it deserves. Yao Amankwameku is here with us. Yao, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Wait. Right next to Yao is a man who is highly respected in football. He was the captain of the Black Meteors team when Ghana last played at the Olympic Games in 2004 in Athens. When I got to Kumasi as a young boy, his nickname was Nyansa Nyansa because of what he does in the midfield. Yusuf Shimsa, these days he works with the PFAG and he's also doing a great job. I mean, guys, it doesn't get any bigger than this. Amankwa, you know all about this game. This is the game. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we thank God for this day. We all know the rivalry between Hearts and Kotoko. This is a super clash. Whether we like it or not, you know, though the euphoria surrounding it, it's a little bit low, but then we still have to acknowledge it that yes, the platform is big. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, we thank God for this day, and hopefully we want to enjoy the game.
Now, Yusuf, this is a game that you usually say that it's more than just 3 points.
Yeah, absolutely, Mutala, and I can see the fans are already enjoying the atmosphere, and every player, whatever you belong to, should be privileged to have such a game. It's the biggest platform. It's our own Classico here, so I mean, you'll be proud of yourself to be part of this game.
Of course, and the players are out and proud to wear their colors, and they will be doing battle. It's Asante Kotoko coming up against Hearts of Oak here at the Accra Sports Stadium. A lot to discuss here, but we'll take a quick breather. We will return shortly. did fewer than Hearts of Oak. And Chipsa, it started with Albert Amoah getting the goals for Asante Kotoko. Then he had to leave the club. This time, it is one man, Hubert Jewu, scoring the goals for Asante Kotoko.
Yes, as I said previously on the show the last time, the good thing with Kotoko is they have players who can score from different positions. They don't have to rely solely on the striker or Albert. So goal scoring has never been a problem for them. I think the only issue is the absence of Up, but Ansu is replacing him. Ansu, the last time Ansu had a game was I think at the end of August before the previous game. So that is a little bit of a worry, but that shouldn't be much of a problem since he's been playing his colleague for some time now.
And this was the game against Karela. I mean, you watched that game. Hubert Jewu, how would you describe him? Because you were a midfielder yourself. Yeah.
Yes, and I think he's on track. He shouldn't be solely headed. It is just early days yet. So he has to focus and keep on. He started very well, and he can do more. He has a lot to deliver.
Of course. So Hubert Jewu scoring 2 goals for Asante Kotoko. This was the second goal, and it was a thing of beauty. This time, he is the poster boy for the Porcupine Warriors with Albert Amoah out of the club. It's a big one here at the Accra Sports Stadium, Asante Kotoko against Hearts of Oak. But as I said, Dewa, they have a message for you. They say, end your day like a champion with Dewa 539 direct. Wind down with the win at 7 p.m. With numbers 1 to 39. The odds are stacked in your favor. Multiply your stake with 5 Ghana CD and above by a jaw-dropping 5,000. Direct 4 and 50,000 on Direct 5. When all your numbers match the draw results. Play now and watch your mobile wallet fill up with winnings. Dial *446# or visit dewanla.com to win some. You can also see that the atmosphere is extremely charged here at the Accra Sports Stadium. The fans are here in their numbers, and you can see the Phobian flag waving there. They are very optimistic and confident that today they would get 3 points in this one there. It's a big game. That is how the Accra Folk supporters are feeling. For the Asante Kotoko fraternity, they are extremely confident that the fact that they've been able to beat Hearts of Oak in recent times, then they would do that again. Big one we are looking forward to in this game. You can follow us on all our socials and get the latest as far as the Ghana Premier League is concerned. We take a quick breather. When we return, we'll listen to both coaches.
I want to watch them out.
also the Black Stars of Ghana. And right after this game, he will be moving to join the team as they make their way to Japan for that Kirin Cup, which will also be live on TV3, by the way. They have secured exclusive rights for the Kirin Cup. So Japan against South Korea will both be on TV3. But this is the dressing room of the Phobians. Their jerseys neatly hung there. And this is how they made their way to the Accra Sports Stadium, the ancestral home, in their beautifully cladded bus. Yes, Calvin Osasibe, one of the best players, one of the players who could make an impact for the Phobians this afternoon, also in there among the mess. For Asante Kotoko, goalkeeper Kamara would be in poster for them, and this is how the dressing room also looks. At that number 9 jersey, Moafrin Donzo, these days he has replaced Albert Amoa, who now plies his trade in Libya, and Samba O'Neill will be the captain. He missed that last game that they played against Karela United. This time he's back into the squad, so it means that he will be partnering Henry Ansu. For Asante Kotoko, that is the Porcupine Bus, and that is how they made their way to the Accra Sports Stadium in their beautiful bus. They're coming down very confident, knowing that 3 points against Hartlepool is a big one. So both teams are very, very optimistic. Now the coaches arrived at the stadium and we had a word with them, and both coaches are not new to the Super Clash and both know the importance of winning this one.
It's one of the very important games of the year, and it's just one of the league games that we try to encounter. Just that we are very fortunate that there's a certain cloud around it, which everybody knows, and every country has this type of features, and so we cannot begrudge that. We expect that, and that is what brings the beauty of association football. We try, you know, last week we missed some players, so it means you definitely will not have, but we have a team that stands for House of Folk.
That is the head coach of Hartlepool, that Masoud Didi Dramani, talking about how big this fixture is for Coach Karim Zito. He also knows that ending Hartlepool's unbeaten run will boost his side confidence.
Well, we've made our objective to win the league, and without beating Hartlepool today, it will not be the part of our the objective we set. So we are here to play. We have to go with a correct attitude. So this is all we have to do. With the correct attitude, we should maintain our targets. Game that people will use it not to forget you positively, and the same game they may also forget about you negatively. So I think it's a game of attitude. You try to be your best, and people will use this game to remember you in future. Likewise, if you don't do well too, they will use the same game to remember negatively. So I think it's a big opportunity for them to excel and then execute what they know best as footballers.
It's a good thing that both coaches know the magnitude of this fixture. It's a huge one. Coach, Masoud Didi Dramani says that this goes beyond 3 points.
Yeah, definitely. You see, that's what I'm saying. I like the way he conducts himself when it comes to interviews and his messages. That it's a process. It's a process. It's a process. Anytime he's saying it's a process, and I like that. That's what I'm saying. The most important is to always cite the the fans, to let them know. No, it's not yet. Okay, yeah, we're trying to do our best. And so for me, yes, today, that's what I'm saying. We are using today's match, especially with Kotoko, and then to do an opener when it comes to our home match.
Let's see.
It's very important.
Karim Zito Kabute, he says that it's just 3 points, but a massive 3 points, because if you win against Kotoko and you protect your unbeaten run, it keeps the team going.
Obviously, I do agree with him, because it's difficult to actually separate the 3 points from whatever factors that they are. Of course, this is a league game, and the 3 points at stake is very, very important. But aside that, I also do agree with Masoud Dramani that it goes beyond 3 points. We all know the rivalry between us and Kotoko, and obviously it goes beyond that. So in this case, both the 3 points and all other factors are important.
Well, the coaches have had their say, these legends have had their say, and the fans also have shared their thoughts on the game.
Now I move back, now you're making Guasia. None who until so long, you be show more.
Mede de meka bia say the accident in Manyankopon. But as choke from call from Bra, Ebeshomo. So as share first go, Ebeshomo 2-1. Say, so share 1-0, 1-0 the Bepom.
Thank you very much. So far, so good. Today is the Super Clash, and the expectation of Obiano is that we are going to win this match by a goal to nil, and at the end of the 90th minute, we'll bag the 3 points. Meeting Kumasi Asante Kotoko today, we are not going to underestimate them. We know who they are, where they are coming from, and how they play their games. So Didi Dramani and the boys are coming to deliver to the expectation of the supporters. Over the weekend, we engage with the team and we see how determined and focused the team are. So I'm very confident today that we are going to win Kumasi Asante Kotoko. I'm very, very confident. We have confidence in the coach. If you see the tactics that they are playing, you see that Accra Suffolk is picking on form. So at the end of the 90 minutes, Accra Suffolk will be secure victorious.
The American say, Kumasi Asante Kotoko has. We are friends. We are moving together. We do everything together. But sometimes Obi Wachira, yes, we are enemies. But entesa, there be a game. No, any man me son a lose, win or draw. And we know say as for win the Kotoko always win. Say cap that's on quadia. So now no share now no match about top 4. Kotoko decided say whatever happens, you know, because of Yakobo Africa, and he decided say Yeni animal house from Comuniro this year for once Comunia Cap Bako every Kotoko, but Omurefi say rules no doesn't favor them. Kotoko ya just say 20 krana yes anka kaporo but no mfrizo omudo mu sha 1 kro mu sabeka yes mu she 2 omu she 2 no yani mo ye she 2 no ye dika ofie ekojubility omu she 2 no mo park so choma so mo pick up the force me was the rules no it doesn't say so enti my true baby near say house for no o my bitter and no mo no any kro mo dey yastic say because of that o me Kotoko and we are ready for them today as if almost actually to agro and from but we know say we are going to score them.
Both sets of fans clearly in confidence, Posha ahead of this big one, and it's going to be an interesting game. Line up for the two teams out. We know that Samba O'Neill has come in because Joseph Ablo has received accumulation of yellow cards and will not be part of this one. But there are some key players who could actually decide this game, and we are looking at them. I mean, for your side, Benjamin Asari, he is actually one of those key players.
Yeah, so for me, yes, he's one of our key players, but then he's keeping the post. Yeah. I think in football, the most important is about scoring. That's what I'm saying. When you're able to score, that also adds some kind of confidence and kind of anxiety to whatever you are doing. Well, so for me, yeah, I think he's one of our motivation. And then we're hoping that our attackers will also be one of the motivation.
Benjamin Asari, he will be very instrumental. The likes of Osasibe, Kelvin Osasibe, defender for Hearts of Folk, would also be instrumental. He's the reason, or one of the reasons why Hearts have kept a lot of clean sheets in the Ghana Premier League, and he would also be very, very instrumental for Hearts of Folk, together with the likes of Ali Mohammed, who are coming back into the squad. We are also being told that Baba Ademu will be starting today's game. So it looks like Hearts of Folk are clearly going with a 3-back system.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. We have in 3-back system, and we have Amankwa Befi as usual.
Yes, Amankwa and this young chap, Hussein Mohammed. How would you describe him so far for Hearts of Folk?
He has been one of our industrial players. That's what I'm saying. And for me, yes, he has been in the midfield, holding the midfield without Karim. Without Karim, I think Karim.
Yes, for Karim, he would be on the bench and Hussein would be in the midfield. But Mohamed Kamara for Asante Kotoko, just as Frederick Asari is important to the Hearts of Folk setup, Mohamed Kamara has also been for Kotoko.
Yes, he's been outstanding so far. There were a few mistakes here and there in some games, but I believe that he's up to the task and he should be,
of course,
a key player in the game today.
You have captain Asante Kotoko before. This is the captain, leader, Samba O'Neill.
Yeah. Samba is too experienced for the game, and I think he should be able to fit in the absence of Ablo. He's partnered Ablo in a lot of games, so this shouldn't be a problem.
Well, today he will be playing Henry together with Henry Asu. Jehu has been instrumental for Asante Kotoko. So far, he has scored some incredible goals. But the teams are already in the tunnel, and they will be coming out shortly to do battle. So I'm handing over to our team of commentators, Benjamin, Willie Graham, and Philip Ashim Sichofa. Enjoy the first 45 minutes.
And so a big good afternoon everywhere, wherever you are. Welcome to the Cathedral of Eagles, the Accra Sports Stadium, where history just does not whisper. It rolls in red, blue, and white against the Grimson Defiance. Today, the air is indeed charged. The drums are still alive here, and the heartbeat of the nation finds its rhythm once more. It is 90 sacred minutes of football, and this is Accra Hearts of Oak and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. This is the Ghana Premier League. Hearts of Oak stand very tall in their capital citadel, guardians of a legacy, just glided by artistry and belief. Across them certainly comes in the Warriors, the Porcupine Warriors, Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and they march here with pride of Ashanti gold and the fury of conquest in their eyes. This is a match that almost everybody is looking forward to seeing. The Hearts of Oak faithfuls are here, and they come in their numbers. Sicho is here with me. This is the match fit for the gods as well.
Rightly so, Graham. This is the fixture that whenever the fixture is released for the season, everybody takes a glance at that fixture list and is looking for this particular one. Everybody looking for that date, that venue where this first clash is going to be played. And it is today here at Accra Sports Stadium, where Kotoko will come up against Hearts of Oak, two teams with history backing them, two teams with pedigree backing them, and two teams looking to win the league this season.
I tell you what, this will be the 119th meeting between Accra Hearts of Oak and Kumasi Asante Kotoko since 1958. They've been battling this out, looking for supremacy almost every time the two sides meet. And this also marks the 207 all-time meetings since August 8, 1958. And they will continue to fight on. They will continue to march on. And this is the moment where the fans will love to see the goals banging in, and the fans will love to sing their faithful there. So this is no ordinary fixture. This is football's locus classicus, the ultimate expression of rivalry, passion, and the poetry of the Ghanaian game. The term certainly beneath them has been kings, and of course made them and the legends of us broken. Since tears mixed with sweat, their dreams rise like the evening sun over the Gulf of Guinea. This is the match that we are dealing with, and this is the match where Benjamin Asari dreads so much. He's been waiting for this moment, and Sicho, he has it.
Yeah, yes. And the rest of the charges with him as well. This is the fixture that makes players. This is the fixture that breaks players as well. And the one thing is sure, that when the game starts, it's everything that happens on the pitch that really matters for these two sides. So it'll be important for the coaches to keep them and their heads right in the game. What a game we have on our hands today, Graham.
Well, so I tell you what, the fans are here, the sea of colors and chorus chanting the verses of identity, hope, and of course the belongings of these two sides. They've been looking for this moment almost every time the Ghana Premier League starts. Last season was a different story. A new chapter is being opened here. The book has been opened pretty much wide. Both teams have really fought in terms of performance, and so the teams they've had to beat before beating this time. But the story, the two coaches come here and the first they definitely are looking at what again will be the story. Hearts of Oak coming against a win with Basake Holy Stars with 2-1. That was the scoreline. But again, D. Dramani, there's been a lot of talking point about whether the Chargers are able to pick up all his tactical ingenuity and almost everything he tried to give to the players there. But this is where he makes in two changes, where indeed Benjamin Asari continued to be the man, the safest pair of hands there. But of course, you're looking at Vasesi Beifi and Ali Mohammed. All of them are the centre back there. But one of the talking points will be George Paku, and then of course Rafael Amponsa also playing a role there. But it is Hamza Isa who's been scoring some lovely goals for Hearts of Oak, and Duku as a man up front there.
Yeah, 4-3-3 straight away, as you said. It's going to be looking at those midfielders to keep Kotoko's midfield in check. Kotoko like to play with some attacking midfielders who will break into the box. So Adamu and Ponsa and Paku will be keeping an eye on those runners who will be making those runs into the box when the ball going to the far areas.
Yeah, I mean, so some of the changes made there by Di Dramani obviously is to solidify the midfield and see how best you'll be able to get his charges, take control and work things out in midfield. One of the talking points once again has to do with the fact that literally if you're looking hard to put performance, it's always been in control of midfield. They've been very, very solid in midfield as well.
They like to dictate the game from the middle of the park. As you know, in the game of football, if your midfielders can run the show, if they can stop the opponent's rhythm and tempo, then they've got a chance. That's what Di Dramani asks of his team: defend or protect that middle of the park.
Yeah, okay, Reginald Collins is the...
Yeah, I said to be a game in the Ghana Premier League match day 9. Asante Kotoko, if you come say, I share Accra to focus on the Biafra Ako Yeti, the Biafra Ako and Nimna Faye, who's in a game, no, and so ABC Ako, not Yahusa and Yoma, and so AC Etie, and Tebia, game no, Abashasia, game no, Abashasia, now Yahusa and Yoma. And so AC Etie Ewa Hanomo Asante Kotoko line up and I know day Papa Sanso and Accra Hearts of Folk line up no I know a day and then match a day now why and Obetini Edi Nkunim Ewa Kansen Kamara Ejamo Siedu and so and Samba will never win Ejamo Mohesa Bia Ebetini Ako you have pitch number Dauda Saka Set Kwajo Patrick Siedu Lord Hilaria Double Munane one more shake game and I say Ede Ama Kumase Asante Kotoko and a center referee. I original calling somewhere. One and a big game has to be so Ebetini Akoso Ewa Kensi the man supporters no Yanisa now say come back say but Metini aka Ewa Gopamation say Yanisa Etie say I can say no Bibia Betini Akoso Masu Didi Dramani one and head coach Edema Hearts of Folk Bobo Ekuno Sanso and Asante Kotoko coach Abdul Karim Zito one also and a Bentediama Krobia Kumase Asante Kotoko Hearts of Folk Manchester Bonfire Ewon Fifi so Tredia when Yakopon Simajomo na Omohesen Nkudu Dia Sefata Ebeko Ede Amaumu Sanso and Asante Kotoko one so a training said the game Bia Ebetini Akoyeshan so say other matches ni guso koso update here bano na Basake Holy Stars am edidi Bibiani Go Stars e kamionu a wo mo entimi ente ye the update ahodo ni nyina ebema mo ewo djumaje so se na ma esi ko ewo Accra Sports Stadium ene supporters na make say eyanisa eti ye hesi ba be kan wona afei djumaje no awie peye Ghana Premier League match day 9 and the live commentary bro ewo Omia TV so.
Well, a very interesting game. This is the biggest game in Ghana. Your football calendar. So anytime yes, I give you so you expect fireworks. And I think that we are two coaches and I'm naming their strongest teams and I'm the Air Boys. So we are expecting to enjoy very good football and the AVA at the Accra Sports Stadium.
Referee calling someone born air trussel. But who said how to folk a branch about control from what so Johnny now so Nenso Asante Kotoko. A branch about a job from into center referee. Original calling Samoa. What's the entry so now pay Yankee man home Tony Yakwanya and to I can say so. Lord Amo, see a kind of Asante Kotoko. You want to want that for mention your best sorry was sorry Johnny now so. Goalkeeper Mohamed Kamara won the jump on Echi Edema Asante Kotoko. I play about already at Chemu will bring Kuma Faso. Kotoko Mantan and Yambeso betting your twat and the Kawa Group so Patrick Siedu. I want to baby cry. Referee so sorry in Twaso. I play about it and pass the Bona Chemu. Kotoko Heart of Folk. Bona trash here, referee say a goal kick, a call at Yama Phobia and Manteno. A goalkeeper Benjamin Asari or Baka and say we pay no Danichemu and Japan. Now the Black Stars of Ghana and Japan have South Korea can say no. Wakwa Coach Moria my Ghana. A offside here. Saka Dauda Usiaka and the man Asante Kotoko. Sima Bako Intamweni. Heart of Folk in Shebi Asante Kotoko in Shebi. Ghana Premier League match at also Mkron. Kwesi Bruni Beka say match day 9. And ya jump any our Accra Sports Stadium ha. Here we musima mienu. George Parku was a center referee calling someone. When it George Parku and who bet your way didn't come and course so I go permanent so. Me want to say George Parku no that from no sweating sorry. She had to account the Sobona Crocodile. Transport Mensa. Referee say you foul, you fanto na you muntia. Kumasi Asante Kotoko, who bejewu. What on the kodi sign someone no. I play that ball na dia chemu. Kumasi Asante Kotoko. When we grab on 50 FM, center circle, so the question don't be canon. I pick up on the pass to the Chemo. Kotoko between your great kindness to there be. Hey, you go kick.
That was a very beautiful chance from Morofin Donzo. I think say Heart of Folk were more defenders. No, they were caught ball watching. Every ball no could do a pitami do aqua a ho. They all expected Senka the line no every man line and the Frank and also watch an offside. But he also had a different ideas and I think that it's been a chance. One more, I may say, this is where Heart of Folk need to be very careful, especially those in roads now. Asante Kotoko attackers no ebeye.
Goalkeeper Benjamin Asare, wapiga ball no dia chemu fifi afen. Kotoko ni abiso betimi a chegwe ni ko but short na so there be. Goalkeeper.
Another opportunity for Saka that said and Koba hit on target, very beautiful chance. But also when you're the first touch in the year, and of course striking, the defenders were blocking always all the time, going to be a handful. Saka that into the striking the year.
Meka say akwanya back and say him call the Asante Kotoko, Sima and 9 Temweni, Benjamin Asare, or the Muhammad Ali. Ali the Benjamin Asare. Pia so the bona fan fifi. Kotoko, o mai bona dia fiwo. Bona ko dia Accra Heart of Folk. Rafael Ampose pia so dia mo say SB. SB dia ko echa command goalkeeper Benjamin Asare. Heart of Folk man tan so asha see back and see him. Rafael Ampose. Accra Heart of Folk. Heart of Folk, the crab on a pick up on and pass on their funny fan. John Quabe, you want to chim so there be. And now Sante Kotoko, Henry and Sue on his samba with on their ball. And Chaho a throw in John Quabe. What you want to win if I'm Quabe, we are Sante Kotoko boxing him when you wanted that chairman so there be. And she born a from an trash here. Referee say a throw yan to front here Asante Kotoko. But we need to me and Kabono. Kumasi Asante Kotoko Mrantiano. Asante Kotoko. Pianso de Bonaqueti. Patrick Asibi. Mohamed Kamara pega bona chema tan fifi. Nanka Saka Dawdite e kono so hin se bona nya dia obetini afa trash throw ye to ediatia Asante Kotoko sesibe ato ediama Benjamin Asare pega chema offside etia Heart of Folk. Samba O'Neil, an area you want to, and I was signing Adema Asante Kotoko. We'll jump on it. Patrick Asibi. Lord Amwa. Nanso there be referee say a foul young fan to na ye montia Asante Kotoko esan say Peter Miduakwa Woko try Sima and so entamoni Ghana Premier League winning match atoso enkro ayepo Heart of folk and shady Asante Kotoko and shady apega bona dia chemu Mama Pimbon and Tempaso de Frio Samba Onel what am Patrick Asedu Asedu Yama Mohamed Kamara Chabon Diafa Nifa Afaso Nyaso Ali Mohamed a Pimbon and Tinyanko Akodia Asante Kotoko one of the born echo Debbie a born for the Yadi betting Yabaka Peter Miduakwa Opia Bono Sowadema Lord Amwa Peja Bonan baby I go kick a yearbo Ediatia Asante Kotoko.
Certainly, after that game, no air settle. Two teams so that's starting in a haste. And no be up say Alishonya that early goal, no, but Antimi and Banessa so far. I think that two teams, are relaxing. Now they have settled and you are enjoying a very good game so far in the first 10 minutes of the game.
Santa referee calling Samoa. Was a foul, young Fantuana, Yemuntia Asante Kotoko, Fifi FM. Henry Ansu. What on the Cody Sansamano? Rafael Amponsani, Japon, Echiedema, Heart of Folk. Piasso de Bonafide Fifi. Ali Mohammed. Mariama Kevin or CCB. CCB di Ali Mohammed. Rafael Amponsani Fifi. Rafael Amponsani Pia Boneda Chimnesu goalkeeper. Mohamed Kamara Somu Adiama Asante Kotoko. Heart of Folk. Woman Chipono Fifi Piasso Nenso de Antimianco. Patrick Asedu. Wadiama Dauda Saka. Saka Dauda. Patrick Asedu apega bola de Achemu Nelson goalkeeper. Benjamin Asari Asomu. Apega bola de Achemu. Mekasa Simon Besa Nkran ya boedie. Eya esa Asante Kotoko mode mono waso kaka. And they say Heart of Folk. Throwing here toward the Asante Kotoko. Achibona de Achemu. Bora trash throw here toward the Heart of Folk. Sima Idu Entemoni Ofedikai. Ghana Premier League 2025-2026 season. Winning a match at Oswell Crown. Ayebo. Lord Amwa. One rock of Fabo never told Adiama Asante Kotoko. Lord Atubona de Achemu. Ubeja Wapim. Lord Amwa. Referee say foul young Fantoni Mundia Asante Kotoko Sanse. Lord Hilaria Dabo. They could do someone in my center referee. I just found it Tiano. Benjamin Asari. Piasso Kevin Osesibi. SCB apega bona chemu Fifi FM. Nenso Asante Kotoko yibona fi amana trash here. A throw here to Adiatia Asante Kotoko. Jawamankwa Befi. Wono and the Crabono Adema Heart of Folk. Atubona de Chemu. Nenso apimbo de bona fiwo. Asante Kotoko. The ship on the one about 15. When Green and Subon and Timmy and Comebia, Yawaman Kwabefi. A Jibono, a Piasso Neslevi, a Jibon Finisem.
Referee calling someone say a foul. Young fan to an Muntia. Asante Kotoko. Sima Ejumia Nuntamu and Yofeji Kai. Heart of Folk and Shady. Asante Kotoko and Shady. Ghana Premier League with match at Tosso and Kron. Kotoko eye bia so betimi a chekweti kan sanso and a heart of folk and so bon homodin say bobo so betimi atwat na wa kan senim a free kick transfer mensa ball obo na ntimi anko ba bia Benjamin Asari Wapenya bwana de achemo. Nenso Lord abu wapembo na fiwo. Akodi Lord Hilary Adabo. Adabo de amahari ensu. Enso de afa benko akoma patika siedu. Esiedu abona enso ntini anko ba bia je from nsem. Jama nko abefi. Opopo na ntini anko. Bona kodi patika siedu. Opia so de bona fan Debi. Refesi antwa so apenya bwana ntempa so de bona chemu. Asante Kotoko betini anya go edi kan. Ewo akense mu ana ball Nelson goalkeeper Benjamin Asari asomu e dey Heart of Folk.
That is what Heart of Folk episode here they always want to see on bed drive Kotoko players off their shelves no menya those spaces no but Asante Kotoko and so him say Heart of Folk the three passes no mo bono always all the time no omuja Peter video Accra and of course Asante the Saka Dauda at the far end of the pitch now Ometima stretching Heart of Folk one more back line and this is what Omo try say Omo by so far I think that we are enjoying a very good game.
Mohamed Hussein asole janena so Lord Hilary Adoma was calling someone in Ekasa Sima Edu and Intamwe Ghana Premier League Modi match at Tosso Enkron Ali Mohamed Apeja Bonachemu Samba Uneko went to the Anjaboro Ransford Mesa Apeja Ediachemu Nelson goalkeeper Mohamed Kamara Somodi Ama Asante Kotoko Wato Ediafa Benku Modi Ama Patika Sedu Esedu Apeja Bona Ediachemu Nelson Bi Eniho Bona Kodi Kevin or say Sidi Oboy Antinianko Kotoko Said Kwaju Appears to the one Fanifa Kubeja on the Krabono between the you want to be a chairman and so Antinianko Heart of Folk come up from home de papa and foul your power here Asante Kotoko say Baba Demu the piano little baby cry.
Well, very good work from Baba Demu. I think physically or you're strong as a player and Oshe acquire to me you see the body said the you bet me we need that free kick now. It was spot on from that centre back.
Bone will feel from Asante Kotoko ni abeso betimi a check edi kan betimi ato atedi kan betimi across the ball across where they are chemu na so mapem eye corner kick Jebo Ariatia Heart of Folk Lord amwa fa ball oni fa wo pem na wo popo no ma Mohamed Hussein Mohamed of Osia Kandima Heart of Folk Pimbo na mana tashe aye corner Asante Kotoko na Heart of Folk supporters no woman bago pa mensu ye pa nyansam ketwa aye corner kick Patrick Asiedu one on example na chi edema Asante Kotoko Referee calling some Washena Bay, Patika Pega Chemu, Nelson Saya Corner, Jebo Adiatia, Heart of Folk, Sanse, Kevin or Saisi, every Pimbono, Emanetashi. Asante Kotoko nya mienu heart of folk Kenya bi. Lord Amoa. Bojra Bonechi Edema. Asante Kotoko ma say. Samba Wonel echo heart of folk KT yard boxing in Nenso Mayire papa Ali Baba Demu. Was one man kra. Wa yire no. Lord, I'm a pig about a chemu, and so my bonnet for you. Or your funny fire said quadru. Lord, I'm more betting me a tree, what chicken kama, what pig about a chemu, a chance, national be. And throwing it to Asante Kotoko.
That was a great piece of defending from Heart of Folk defenders, because always, it was always going to be very, very difficult. But of course, Ali Mohammed was at the right position at the right time, or making sure somebody had the ball. The floor. Yes, idea would have been 1-0 Asante Kotoko.
Kotoko, you be so betting you to a decay. Ewa can say when I saw Heart of Folk is in here. Samba O'Neill, Patrick Asiedu, Henry Kwame Ansu, Amwa, what Piasso the one of Fanny Fa, Peter Midwa Kwabetinyako, Wadano Kama, Peter, what else Crabano, what Piasso of a short Nesalabi, Heart of the Omawaje, Ali Mohammed, the Piamo, so the one of Vinfi. Samba O'Neill, Jemu. Mohamed Kamara, or the Boraka Command, Lord Hilary Ajabu, Ajabu Yama Samba O'Neill. O'Neill, a pega bonnet at Chemu, Fifi, Neslebi. And say, Heart of Folk. Goma, you bonnet from about them. I try share a throw in here to Editia, Heart of Folk. Heart of Folk, catch a ball over the border, common him. The border, center, second, fifth from a Piasso, at the border of Benkum Mafaso. Across our chairman, so. Hey, Kwame, and so you born a man trash here. I throw in a year to Adiatia, Asante Kotoko, Sima, Adjono, and Tamuani.
I think it's a way best opportunity for them at Heart of Folk. They had a lot of numbers. You know, say George Park, Frank Abra Dukuno, so Nyabotre, so Beloketi, a player. I mean, we say Mohammed Hussein was free. Not all transfer passing the Babad, or your son Koka Korishe, yeah, Hamza, Isa, and that chance Ako wasted.
Heart of Folk, Krabono, Mohammed Hussein. Babadam. Kevin Osesibi. A chance, Renzo. Mohamed Kamara, Jimika Sobonim. I outside it here. Accra, Heart of Folk.
That was a brilliant pass from there. But then Hamza Isa was always in an offside position. The moment, that move. Once again, Mohamed Kamara, with me up the lines, very quickly, we save this situation.
The offside it here, Heart of Folk. Man, we said two coaches, will be a general. The Piasso one transfer, and then you go Prameso. Sima Adjono Bako, Mohamed Kamara. What about our track catch and the mountain so come now on Pegabon and facing Mohamed Kamara Pegabon at the Chema, Transfer Fiafem. When we are paying so Heart of Folk and the Bon Echo. The Piasso, the Bonafanifa, a chance then to goalkeeper Mohamed Kamara. What's about with the Asante Kotoko? Said Quadru. Kubejeu.
Set Quadro. Report out quite. Wapia bona dia chim na so mapim bona dia fi wo attrash e throw in here to area tia heart of folk throw Kumasi Asante Kotoko to area tia heart of folk Lord Amoa watu wasanya through adi here to area tia Heart of folk. Lord Amoa, onu wakofa bona to. Pianso de bona kwachi. Peter Midwakwa. Wapiga bona dia chemu na so da bi. Yapim bona dia fi Ali Mohammed. Wo mo ye adwuma Kevin Osesi bi apim. Referee say foul yem fanto na ye monti Asante Kotoko say Kevin Osesi bi. Would defend the year, papa. Eddie, my heart of folk. Sima Adjono, Mienu Cosima Adjono Miensa. Heart of folk, and Shebi Asante Kotoko, and Shebi. Ghana Premier League, where the match at Tosso and Chrome. I had there a body. I want to go Pameso. Benjamin Asari. Watch on them run to the Omunye. I bet you didn't put him G. I bring her to folk. Bobo Kono, Piasso de Bonafani for Kevin Osesi. What's happening? I born at the Chemo. Henry and swap him. Jawaman Kwabefi. Ajibon only for across where the Chemo and so a corner. Jabo Adiatia. Asante Kotoko Sanse Samba Uneo. What on a pin one at the fuel. Kone Dika Eko Ediama Heart of Folk. A Kona Yepo Etia Asante Kotoko.
Very good delivery. Ali Mohammed, no better be a sort of Tiba Pimbo, no bad. Baba Demu Entimi, Alphabon and Tottenham. That was a very, very strong cross from George Parku. That has always been the trademark on sending in those in swingers, or looking for a teammate now, ultimately attacking and perfectly. Oh yeah. I think Kotoko should be very wary of some of these situations. How to folk this season? I'm not sure about 4 goals from dead ball situations, and Kotoko should be very careful. Yes, idea how to folk will punish them when it's a free kick or a corner kick.
Referee Ashana Benson, we are compensation with Sunset. And we are not boy here, pa. Yeah, at the aircraft to lose and pie. We are not one day. Intention was a center referee. Calling someone, Akache, and we say, woman compensation, one of a Yenya Kwanya, na Yantuaka is so. Sima Adjono Ensia, 26 minutes and a ball. Heart of folk and Shebi Asante Kotoko and Shebi. A break out to our heart of folk and Asante Kotoko. Our group of Measure 2001. Our Ghana Premier League. And I have said, I know my I can say him. After the new United States for number year, Kaka, make us say Yanisa. After the new so be a mobile baller, and area. And right now, Collins are more. Best one, I bet no fact. Nice, I try can say this. So, the sign say, I found no be a copy be a ball. The Tomo corner, yeah, to me, a passo. Mohamed Kamara. A player born at Chemo, and so referee say, a foul, young fan to sunset. Baba Demu, you could piano to add to form. Reginald Collins Samoa. What am I had to fluke? Ali Mohammed Daddy Boneko. The piano so the one come about Demu. And the more you want to the funny fire. Nanso Patrick said we're rapping. No one will feel them. Referee say I foul young fan to na ye Monte Asante Kotoko. Lord Hilaria Dabo so ya ye sanse. The referee be GBA Kotiano. I throw yet to ready to Asante Kotoko Yaman Kwabefi. What to board what I could do. George Pakunas was goalkeeper. Mohamed Kamara Somuadiama Asante Kotoko. Patrick Asibi. Popo ready at Chebu. Sakata Betiniafa. Nenso there be born at trash here. A throw in the air to Eddie Tiak. Heart of folk. Jeto Eddie Tiak. Heart of folk. Patrick Asier in a crab on the Asante Kotoko. Referee said that Patrick Atubo already has 80 box in the chance. What ball? Nanka much aircraft in the kind work and say him. A goal kick. A call Adiama Heart of Folk.
That was a dangerous throw, a very long throw into the 80 box of our Heart of Folk. Once again, Asante Kotoko were first to the ball, but then born into me and trouble goalkeeper Benjamin Asari.
Baba Demu. When you born in Bonakwache, Akoma Mohamed Kamara. Kamara Popon about begin 50 FM. A trash throwing. Referee say offside it here, Morafin Donzu. And net why you now give him power and so and also when years as Unchana. We bet me my dear fire time, Sima Diasa and tell when you're faithful kind. Heart of folk and Shaby. Asante Kotoko, HAB. Ghana Premier League very much at Tosu and Kron. Throw in here to Wadiatia. Kotoko. Yawamankwa Befi. Across the border, there are Chemonenso. Obiano, Samba Uneo, Betiniafa. Brentiniafa. Set Quatu. Brentiniafa Bonanco Bonacracodi. Heart of Folk, where Yachemans goalkeeper Mohamed Kamara Sum. A proponent and pass the Bonachemu. Meka say has a man and swap a game in the Papa. Asante Kotoko, what better than a good kind? No, should I be?
That was brilliant play from Hearts of Oak defense, you know. But then I think Asante Kotoko, Jumani said Kwajo locating Peter Midu Accra, 8-yard box anymore. Accra a very good first touch, but then he wanted to go for placement. It was yes, all Keleno. He just misses the goalpost by inches. That was a very brilliant work rate by Asante Kotoko. The interpositional play, we need a throw, we need Diano was done to perfection. But I mean, to me, utilizing that opportunity.
Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Chances and Dodona. And I call the moment and we will go promotion and so Muntini and for ball and to Hearts of Oak at them. A through. Lord Amwa. What Pierce to the Bonafide team. Said Kwaju. When I'm a particular Sedu. I said you. Peter Miduakwa. Debbie, Yachibona Fedism. Rafael Santano Kama. Heart of Manchester so Bobby. Jawaman Kwabefi. The Pia bonus and ready. Referee say calling someone was say a goal kick. What you go kick Kadiama Asante Kotoko. Wajiko Kekadiama Asante Kotoko Odia TV and when you go so we'll check Ghana Premier League match at Tosso and Kong Hearts of Oak and Asante Kotoko and Ediabweni Sima Adiasamiensa Hearts of Oak and Shebi Asante Kotoko and Shebi Ali Mohammed, Benjamin Asari, Apopone de Chemo, Hearts of Oak, Romashase Bobibi. Patrick Asiedu. Peter Miduakwa. Patrick Asiedu. Peter Miduakwa. What can come? She bought already at Chemu, Nenso, Heart of Folk. Hey, throw your toward the Asante Kotoko. Kevin Osesi and ever toward the Heart of Folk. Referee calling someone one to Kevin Atubone dia Chemu. Boma pem wasa pem bone dia free. Then so referee calling someone say foul yen fanto na ye Monti Asante Kotoko sanse. Jawama kwa be fie ko pem na de to form. Simadia Sanum and Tamwani calling someone, what's a free kick? Jean Antonio Monti Asante Kotoko. Lord Hilaria Double. We see a kind of a Samatex 1996. And son of the Nichemo Asante Kotoko. Baby, I'm born in the year, the man. Phobia Branton, you heard you bet to the Bonaye.
That is a perfect territory for Mensa because Washe a lot of goals from those angles. And Osha Ransford, a very good left footer and a very good dead ball specialist, especially from the corner or from free kicks in and around the 80-yard box. Mohamed Kamara should be very careful. Ransford Mensah could test him.
A free kick. Ransford Mensah. Aboboni Bohunu. No minimum say Ransford Mensah on one kasa na ball.
They had different ideas, but I think the positioning of George Parku was so poor, and it's not a clean strike. No.
A goal kick here, ball at the Heart of Folk. Yeah, Pemso called Simadia Sanson. Our Fetika will be entering for Bonton and Young Quatem. Mohamed Kamara. Mohamed Kamara. We catch the man to the so much more trouble. The woman here, I pay ya at Chemon 15. Said, could you wrap him? Harry Ansu. Patrick Essiedu. She put on their 5-15 and said, "Be Baba Demu." Mohamed Hussein. Ya cannot form yellow card. The card called the man Asante Kotoko Sanse. Lord the Hilaria Jabo Maker say also ya fe Sanse. Jerefi Bejibi and Kotiano. Enyanwa say when ya yellow card.
Well, I think it is well deserved. Why bear 3-4 times, and obviously we are regional calling somewhere. You want to have a control of the game, so spot on decision by the referee. Yellow card well deserved.
Yellow card, the kind of accordion, Lord Hilaria Tabu, see a kind of Asante Kotoko. A throw in here toward the Tia Kotoko. Center referee. Regional calling Samoa. Mohamed Kamara Somalia Asante Kotoko Atodia Fabinkum. Nelson Kevin Osesibe. Jaman Kwabefi. George Park, whatever Yaman Kwabefi, we're crossing on a chairman.
That was a perfect opportunity to deliver one of those incisive crosses into the 80-yard box, but Yaman Kwabefi, Minimania Orjane, said he wanted to catch the goalkeeper by surprise, and I said he because this one, it was just a perfect, do a cutback, and Heart of Folk had a lot of numbers. When we 80-yard box, we're going to utilize it. Another opportunity for Heart of Folk, I'm going to make a count.
A good kick. After the New so be entering for Bonton Young Quatenum. Sima Edgiana Intermani, Akasimanum, and it is center referee calling someone MMA the Atoso. I can't say of 50 kind of a banner year. Mohamed Kamara Babona tracking. Yeah, toward the Tia Asante Kotoko. Heart of Folk and Manta the bomb home Papa. Put Anthony and Kwakodi Patika Sedu. Said what Pega Bonadi Chemo. Nenso Atrashe. I throw in here toward the Asante Kotoko. Baba Demu. And then what yeah, Jume Sanse. When we say Saka Dauda. Jana, Udimika Kopa, Papa Demu, Apia Bonada Chemo, Nenso, Mohamed Kamara Somato, Akoni Samba Unel, Unel de Akoma Patika Sedu, Sedu de Bonaqueti, Akoma Mohamed Kamara, Apia Bonada Chemo, 50 FM, Ademwapim. Ransford Mensah sweeping ball, one Kwakodi. Accra Heart of Folk, referee say foul. Lord Hilaria Jabo so ya hwe Papa.
Well, she'll bet you a red card. What can you say? Where your party can see a room and a copy.
Kotoko players now are too physical in the game, and that's what they see that the Heart-of-Folk players now on the team slow. But Heart-of-Folk, George Parku, Mohamed Hussein are always calm, very comfortable on the ball, and anytime they are met chances, also they look more dangerous than Asante Kotoko team. No, I hope that the kind of football or Mobono on the team are rewarded with a goal even in the first half.
Heart-of-Folk about short and answer that be. I agree. Rafa Lamponsa. One of the boss are short and answer to me and Comedia. Bona Trashe through in here to Edia. Heart-of-Folk. Patrick Asedu. What to Edia Chemo? Then Japan Bonafio. Patrick Asedu. And you want to from Rafa Lamponsa Franco. Who Bejawu? The Piazza de Baracumo, the Baracoma Peter Midwaka. Amidwaka. Watching Peter Midwaka cannot perform referee. What's a penalty? Reginald Collins and watch a penalty. Yama Kumase. Asante Kotoko. Peter Midwaka. Watching back right here at boxing him. Was actually in a canato from Emma Center referee. Aje penalty at the Asante Kotoko.
He's been very, very crucial in Asante Kotoko. Attack Biomaye in the first half, Peter Miduakwa. And 3 occasions, and only 1v1 situation. O making sure say BT initially Yamankabefi could have fouled him outside, but fouled in the 8-yard box. Yes, he was all over him. And obviously, when you are playing against players that kind of tricky attribute now, it creates a lot of problems. Penalty from Reginald Collins someone. I think Peter Amidu Aqua rightly Odizevi.
Motherfucker, those who want to jump on that key, Asante Kotoko against Benjamin Asari.
He wants to go by all standards. He needs a goal just to kickstart another open account Asante Kotoko. But it looks very, very difficult at this stage. So we are Morofin Donzo went to Nyansha. You kill your confidence in this game.
Morofin Donzo against Benjamin Asari. Morofin Donzo Bakumianu. Wabobono. Go! Morofin Donzo, Ashton Gwedika, Ghana Premier League in him, Asante Kotoko.
Very well taken penalty from Morofin Donzo. Position in NBBR, he picked it right. Better sorry. And you bet me be also close to that angle, but we are around 22 position. He's known so a left footer, but you see the right foot. So those players from here never fitted now. When it is a penalty, it is very difficult. Say Obetimi, actually said you Mbepono and Morofin Donzo, FPK, the far left corner, and we play ball to them 1-0 Asante Kotoko. Rightly, they deserve the lead in the first half.
Asante Kotoko, Ashabako, Heart-of-Folk continue, enter Sima Adriana Numinaso, you're trying here. 4th official. Ibrahim Ayaba or the Betoso. Now I can't say Freddy Karina Bepanaway. Heart-of-Folk can say the Asante Kotoko Shabako, referee. Calling someone say offside. The Infanto na Yemuntia Asante Kotoko. Sekobasa can say Asante Kotoko, Ejin Kunima, Ghana Premier League, no Mahuri Akotosunienu. Ewoho. I am far away for the tia. Heart-of-Folk as I said, Kojo. You piano to babies. Simamiano. And I'm calling someone saying, Fantua can say so.
Mohamed Kamara. Bojabole Chiba Asante Kotoko. Apega idea chemu. Ali Mohamed Ahura Pimboda Fiwo. Abeti Rafa Lamponsa. A foul your body at ya. Heart of focus and say. Samba O'Neil is a true leader. Ever Asante Kotoko team, very compact at the back. One of the very few players wherever position you need him to be, you come and meet him there. And I think, sir, is the reason why Asante Kotoko this season, quite resolute at the back. So far, he's been very, very strong in this game, controlling the boys and making sure, sir, and making a lot of mistakes. Good work by Abranta Diadi Samba O'Neil. That is a free kick, and I would even give a yellow card to Seth Kwadu. Referee say, foul young Fanto, na young Muntia was shed away. Adi Accra said, Wofedi Kana Padaye. Morafin Donsua, go Nyaye, penalty or Kadetwa to the Mono, and 1 year Crama Mouse, Kaiser of Fedicano, Abanaye, Heart of Foka, what if ye now only had to forget on Asante Kotoko, and they are ready no, at the form of Kabakwa, one more entry ante, I will Fedicani. Now, I am very entertaining first half. Two teams in the United show lots of quality. Hearts of Folk in very good opportunities, but final delivery, no, a bit of a problem at the moment. Asante Kotoko equally, create a lot of chances, but almost trying to make utilize those chances before. Peter Amidu Aqua running into the box, and I was being brought down by Yayawa Mankwa Befi. Morafin Donzo taking matters into his own hands, making shots of a slotty in the back of the net. Asante Kotoko 1-0 in the first half for the away side. Obviously, they will be very happy, thinking that Omo had a 1 goal advantage and an air call in the second half. We hope that in a year second half, when the two teams come, another very good half.
Asante Kotoko. The Porcupines are leading Heart of Folk by a goal to now. Ketsi, a penalty converted by Morfin Donzo to give Kotoko the lead. So that's extra 45 minutes to play for, and Heart of Folk will be looking at coming back from that goal down. And Asante Kotoko will also be looking at getting the win. He has been joined by the assistant coach of Accra Heart of Folk, Abdul Ghazali. Coach, you didn't start the first half too well. Would you say that really played a part in how slow you were able to get yourself into the game?
I think I must confess that we didn't start well because our players were somehow jittering at the back over there, even though after the 15 minutes we came into the game. I know what we have doing is positive. We have created a lot of chances, which we were expecting at least to have 2 or 3 goals through Bayfield's side. If Bayfield is going to give us the right crosses, definitely we are going to make the game. We are going to make impact by scoring more goals in this match.
When you saw the penalty incident, was it a legitimate call by the referee?
Well, I was far away from it. I cannot talk about it. I think I have to go and look at it again before I can pass the judgment.
Well, we wish you all the best for the second half. Abdul Ghazali, formerly of Asante Kotoko. This time he works with Accra Heart of Folk, and they are down by a goal to nil. Coach Prince Iyao Owusu is the assistant coach of Asante Kotoko. Coach, first 45 minutes you started brilliantly on the front foot. Would you say that is a reward? The goal you scored, the penalty you got, it's a reward of how you started?
I think the way the boys played, we were just waiting for the opportunity to have just a chance. The boys were playing very, very well, and I knew definitely to get to that point. I didn't know who was going in the first half. I was thinking about the second half, but it came in the first half.
Of course. Now you saw the penalty incident. Was it a legitimate call?
From the one that hit his hand?
Yes. The tackle on...
it was a penalty. It was a penalty, clean one.
Second half, what should the fans expect?
Yeah, we're not going to slow down. We're still going to push to get what we got as the 3 points.
Okay. Coach Brice, I also wish you all the best. That is the assistant coach of Asante Kotoko. We take a quick breather here. When we return, I'll be joined by the legends, Yusuf Chipsa, and of course, Yawa Mankwa Miracle.
want to watch the match.
Absolutely, the referee got it right. No doubt about that. And kudos to Peter Midu for showing that individual brilliance over there. I mean, he's proving from onset that he's going to be a threat in this game. And I expected House of Folk to place more importance on him.
Okay.
And I'm not surprised that Befi couldn't go forward since Amidu came to that side.
Now, Chips, are you Manko, are you a defender during your days? In situations like this, how should Befi have conducted himself?
You just have to move with him. You know what I'm saying? He's moving, and therefore you have to move with him. And so for you to kind of do a kind of a shortcut thing, it makes you a lazy player. You know what I'm saying? You see, it's very necessary. It's very unnecessary that the player is just moving. So move with him. You know what I'm saying? And then you block him from what? Kicking. That's the most important thing. But then when you feel like you want and look at you're standing at what at the place you are. That's the most important thing. That you need to know that you are in the box.
Mutala, I wouldn't force the match because I think the intention was to tip the ball ahead of Peter Midu.
Yeah.
Peter was
he
a
was
bit
behind
faster.
him, but
he wanted at least to stretch and at least to have the ball. But Peter was a bit faster, so the tactic was a bit.
So
late.
the penalty was awarded, and Morfrindo Zone, who has come under heavy criticisms these days, stepped up. I was surprised that the ball was actually given to him, and judging from all that he's gone through in the last few days, I was expecting a different player to take the penalty, but he stepped up and beautifully planted it into the net beyond goalkeeper Asari.
I think the fans should exercise patience for him. I mean, watching him this afternoon, I've never watched him that much, but you could see that he's doing a lot of work. You see, you have to see the contribution that one brings to the team. He's running a lot, and he's keeping the House of Folk back line to always run. He's doing everything that a striker needs to do, and I think the chances will just come with time.
Amaka, we'll be going into the second half pretty shortly. What should change for Heart of Folk? Is it the system or personnel?
Yeah, I think it's about the individual play of the players. That's what I'm saying. They need to be that agent. You know what I'm saying? Football is my agency, and so for me, looking at the way they are playing, it's like because 50 ball, every 50 ball, they lose every 50 ball. It tells you they're not that aggressive. You know, when it comes to having that man marking thing or having that aggression thing. That's what, so for me, they need to come up with that kind of agency.
Now, Chips, 1-0 can be a very tricky scoreline. What should Karim Zito do in the second half?
I think so far he's doing well. It hasn't been much difference between both sides, to be very honest. I mean, they've shown threatening glimpses on the break. They've had 2 chances there under that. So I think Karim needs to analyze the game very well and see those areas that have been threatening so that he will make sure that those things will be covered. But they shouldn't be solely needed. The game is not over yet. It's just 1-0. They are on track. They are doing well. But they need to, sit down and look at those areas that has not been so good for them to do it.
Hearts are playing the 3-back system. Should they change? Because it looks like all the balls over the top have caught the likes of Ransford and Amakwabe, if you want to work.
I think look at how Peter has become threatening. That's what I'm saying. They need to play the back four. For me, I think Befi to drop. That's what I'm saying. To add up to make it 4. Yeah. Because Peter looks threatening. That's what I'm saying. And we can see from how he's playing. So for me, we need to take him out. We need to make sure we block him. That's the most important. If we block Peter, I think that should be it. And then we make sure our up front, Amza and Duku, should make it up front and then make sure they find the net. That's the most important.
Now we are talking about the goalkeepers. Kamara imposed for Asante Kotoko. He's not had much to do apart from a few half chances that Heart of Folk have had. Second half, definitely Heart of Folk will target him. So far, what would you make of his performance?
So far, so good, but we need him to fully concentrate. I think he lost a little bit of concentration there, whereby he gave 2-3 passes wrongly, and then he also caught a ball and left it over there. So we just need Kamara. He's a good goalkeeper. We just need him to concentrate fully on this game.
Now back to the goal. What does this do to the confidence of a player like Morfrindo Nzo, who has been struggling to score?
I was so happy when he took the ball. I mean, as a striker, and looking
I was surprised though, because
I
thought
really
he was
happy.
Low on confidence.
I mean, this tells you that this tells you that he's very confident of himself. And as I told you, he's doing a lot of run. He's keeping the House of Folk back line not to push forward, and he's done a fantastic job for the team. They shouldn't look at the individual play. So I'm very happy for him to get this goal.
Now today, it's not been about Hubeje. He's been a bit quiet. Hussein has dictated play. Does he need extra support, like Karim coming in the second half?
Yeah, for me, I think Karim Karim should just step on the pitch. Very, very important. Karim's demeanor, Karim's control, his confidence and his distribution can also have some kind of upliftment when it comes to hearts of full side. And so for me, Karim needs to come in. And then playing part with Hussein. Because Hussein is like he's playing low. He's not having that linkage when it comes to who he should play with. And so for me, I think Karim should come in to step in and
of course, and in attack, Frank Duko is the one leading the lines. Exactly. Do you think it's time to introduce Mauli Wayo, who has scored a couple of goals in this
I think there should be Adam. That's what I'm saying. For me, yes, Maui should come in for adding up. And so for me, it should not be like one Duku or Hamza should come out for Wayo. Even if we should play three top, I think because now we are under pressure, and therefore we need to.
Let's see. They say they are under pressure. We'll see how the second half would go. But Asante Kotoko are leading Hearts-of-Oak by a goal to nil here at the Accra Sports Stadium, and the second half will be starting pretty shortly. Back to our team of commentators: Benjamin, Willie Graham, and Philip Ashim Sishofa.
And I think, sir, is the reason why Asante Kotoko this season, Amaya quite resolute at the back. So far, he's been very, very strong in this game. I think it was needed. Martin Kakari, Obienim the quality, no. I was surprised and said, give the cry starting Martin Kakari and starting because you need a player, Obetima running with the ball, Obetima cutting in. Now, about that options, you know. And I think Martin Kakari comes in with that quality. You sure what is inclusion, Obetima added to how to focus on attack in the second half.
Konaki Kaye ball Edetia Asante Kotoko George Parku. When they jump on the tree, Edema Heart of Folk. When we say, or says Sibemunia, Abba Kotoko 80 bucks in one pega, Nenso. Roma, you bought a few. Asante Kotoko. Heart of Folk and Sakai, Kotoko Nebi. J'ai ready and Sakai, the Betimidiaba. Reference a foul. Jean Fatona, Yemontia. What's your trasumum? Opega and San Antonio, Jimmy Bina, what's your trasso? What fair Tosumio, no man, we say, Rapia Shana Bay, calling someone say, you can so just say, Heart of Folk, a branch of Akodago Pamanaso. Asian Chasona, Yanchanafe, Yanya Konya, and Trakan so.
Rafael Amposa have been all over the pitch. What tries Obek joining the attack, Obek Samo how to focus that defensive shield and Wabwe Juma in the game. But I think that how to focus biggest problem is how to pick those spaces now. Asante Kotoko, Omija Honomano. Even at the point, Lord Hillary double yellow card. No, still how to focus allow Asante Kotoko to have a lot of the ball, especially in the center of the park. And I don't know Adebakwa how to focus. But I think that in the second half, the way are starting on, if they are able to mount one or two pressure on Asante Kotoko, the likelihood will be to equalize no error hole.
Jeredia and Sakaya, Coach Masu Diti Dramani. I am able to me at the Abaka Semu. A throw in here toward the Tia Heart of Folk. Patrick Asiedu. Atuba atente dia chemu. Rafael Amposa. Say Siberia command goalkeeper Benjamin Asare. Apega dia chemu ya yehu. Bona kwa ko di Peter Midu akwa. There your boy Antony Anko. What bona kwa chi. Lord Amwa. Lord Hilaya Dabu. Lord Amwa. Lord Hilaya Dabu. Peter Miduaka. Bona Trashe. Nenso Rafesia foul. Jenfanto na Yemuntia Asante Kotoko. Sima Ediono Montamwani. Nenso Fred Tosuniano. Sima Enuma and Ampo at the account. Sima Ediono. Honey, I can't see him. Hearts of Folk and Shady Asante Kotoko Shabako. What the one of Quacoche. I was so young here, sunset. When you're here, Asante Kotoko betting and you're Tosumianu. And you wanted your friends, Minimino Nahoye. I pay your bonnet at Timu. Nelson Samba on there. But you want a manager say, throw in the air to Ediatia Asante Kotoko.
Very, very quick intervention from Samba O'Neill. And yes, Akahato Folk would have a free run, and that ball could have resulted in a very dangerous cross in Italy and the goal up. But Samba O'Neill showed why he's the captain of the team. He made sure everyone in the presence felt in this game, and clearly he's leading by example.
Hey, Konaki here, board at Asante Kotoko. Already a corner no ebetini at the back when she channels one Mr. Corner no be anya mienu. A goal kick.
Of course, Konano went out of the goal, out of the line as so the assistant referee decided to say Obe Colino a year for a goal kick. Yes, of course, it was a goal kick.
And go kick out Asante Kotoko board at your heart of folk. Kevin on says he made the money boss and here papa. Next over from a Kabakwa. One more empty. Mohamed Kamara, wa pega bono dia chemu e won fifi afem. Rafa Lamponsa. Neso bia tini akwa goalkeeper Mohamed Kamara. Tomorrow the one after the first alpha so Henry Kwame Ansu apega area chairman so Peter Miduakwa the cross the border and so I gonna kick your ball there, Heart of folk.
Kotoko biggest strength, like we said earlier, or more right side in where Peter Miduakwa and Lord Amoa Airborne, they are always attacking and they are always defending together. And money is very difficult. Say Heart of folk able to me using that area. Once again, they combine and then of course wins a corner kick for Asante Kotoko. But in this particular game, two teams initially then making use of the corner kicks and the free kicks. So many will give me more. And another ensure that any threat. So those chances, but for me, we have enjoyed a very good game in this particular encounter.
No, we saw Center referee calling someone any Murphy Johnson to Karim. Eka Savinim. Patrick Asedo Jabonetti. Referee say upside it here. Patrick Asedo.
Of course, he was in an offside position, and so rightly, referee no etina calling no.
Asante Kotoko Kwabono ewo. The far first one the one come Peter Miduakwa Blanche ni wo but shot. Nelson am go pon in chain.
But we said Benjamin Asare a movie off the line, so he wanted to catch him by surprise. That attempt was very super, but then always all the time it was rising above the goalpost that went to me and hit the target.
Peter Miduakwa. You want to make a difference. And the modern bono. Actually, here, Papa, what can I say? How to focus from a Kabako to me empty. Generous heart, a bit in Yante. A pay about it, one of Fabian George Paku. The one of Kochakomara fell on Ponsa. One shot. Nelson Bonham and baby cry.
Nice attempt from Rifle and Ponsa. This is the third timer or try for that drive, but anytime the Albanian South space, now Asante Kotoko players, cover those spaces into Onya. I had that chance to hit the ball the way opposite hit it. But I think that it was a very good try. At least there should be some fire from other angles. And yes, Adia, with the way how to folk want to walk the ball into the 80-yard box, very, very difficult to get a goal.
Go kick your ball at your heart of folk. Mohamed Kamara Pega and Achemo PPFM. Heart of folk Mantane. Rafa Lamponsa. Mohamed Hussein. George Paku. Paku Piasso. A goal kick. Heart of okay, be as on betting at your mocha. No, so Asante Kotoko. I say a henny ha. Mohamed Kamara and Jabola Chidima Asante Kotoko. Refia Shana Bewa Pega and Achemo. We Abdul Karim Pimbona Fuel. Hilaria Dabu.
Wadiama Henry insurance ball of Banan Tinyanko. Rafael for somebody Bossani Papa. Martin Kakari. She born at the Achemu. Nanso attaching.
That was a very beautiful pass from Mohamed Hussein. Now Oriel Martin Kakari. He wanted to stay on side. Said born into me enter. But then or try so run into the ball. Very beautiful pass. But then of course the ball was always going out of play.
And goal kicker Kotoko elbow at the heart of folk. Sima Adjono Manson. Je go so atem so call for Tosedianu. Gola, Marfin Johnson was saying and one that's what I will go promisua. Je say betimi enya goals in the account say be free heart of folk from number. And I say be free Asante Kotoko from number ne die. Simana Karuna Beche. Bona kwa ko dipend koma faso. Peter Midwakwa. Woko ha na wabaha. Rafi Nifa Fasu Kobenkum ama down the Saka. Wonu anaba Nifa Faso. Abdul Karim. Apopo na dia chemu. Jawaman kwa Befi. Heart of Folk Martin Kakari. Jibona de Achemu. Mohamed Hussein or the Bona Fabenkum. What the Amara Sport Mensa. George Parku. Heart of Folk Mantani Biaso Betting at Yomoka. Nekasa say woman control bono. Heart of Folk. Hussein Mohamed wa Ibona de Achemu. Nanso Aya corner kick. Jabo Adetia Asante Kotoko. Coach Didi Dramani Ayensaka ya metini akashe. Yansu so pa e wa kan se mesan se offer Tosimienu. Ha to folk mo ne mo na so ani ye papa. E ye corner kick wa pega e de achemu. Na so ba yibo na fio. Saka Dauda. Mohamed Hussein. Transfer man saw the one akwachi. Kevin Osesibi. Mama saw the one out there. Heart of Folk. And throw you toward the Asante Kotoko. Pato wa dia chemna so pato kase duwa yibo na dia fiwo o se si do dia mara falam polsa jawa man kwa be fi wa pia de bona to foul.
Very impactful substitution and our coach Didi Dramani Ayan we Frank Abraduku Eddie Frimu, then of course we Baba Demu Eddie Frimu, then we introduce Abdul Karim. They say we're moving from playing the 3-5-2 formation and our the 4-3-3 system. I allow Heart of Folk to also fight in midfield for the loose balls, and I know now Heart of Folk now obenya that bit of a dominance. The reason being that Abrante Lord Hillary a double yellow card, so he's not able to tackle the way officer or tackle. So far, I think Heart of Folk have been the better side in the early minutes of the second half.
And foul ball here.
Asante Kotoko, PPFM.
Of course, this is what you expect. When there is a big game, you get to see lots of women enjoying themselves. And to give way, you will say, "Man, we bring out Park and someone enjoy them home." And this is what we expected.
Coach Karim Zito Ayensakaye, where you who bet your way can see him. And it's someone to do now, but I see a kind of be Eddie Ama Kotoko.
I would have preferred to say Nkobeyi Lord Hillary Adabo rather from the game because he's already on a yellow card. How to folk air dominating game no. You need players to tackle really well on the ball. And I think that Hubert Jawu is running. He's making sure say Obeye Jumano. But for Lord Hillary Adabo, the yellow card no. Any mistake in the second half means that Asante Kotoko would have to play with 10 men. The coach has done a substitution, but I feel that the substitution was wrong.
Sima Adjonu, Sima Jonsiamiensa. Buona Tashi Rafesiento and Frankia Kotoko. Apenya Buona Cheminanso. Samo now Pimbona Fio. Apenya Eddie Chemo. Nanso Piaso the money goalkeeper. Benjamin Asare. Kevin Osesibi. The Bona Quatia, a Yabuakabu, a chance for Asante Kotoko Nenso. Kevin Osesibi, Monofin Tonso.
That was a poor pass from Kevin Osesibi without noticing where the goalkeeper anywhere Asante Kotoko Monofin Donzo. No, he could have just squared it out for Kotoko to be 2-0 up, but then goalkeeper Benjamin Asare will show class and making that save for Asante Kotoko.
Heart of folk. From Monday Master in here, Papa. I will fair toss in your name. Say, you're more born in here. Or fair toss in your heart of folk. Monday, what was through? Kevin Osesibi. Monofin Toso Antonio and Cora Falamposa. What am I, Kevin Osesibi? Abdul Karim. Jean Mankwa Betty. Appears to the one of Fanifa. Akodi Martin Kakari. Kakari Apega Bonadi Achemu. Nansu went in Yanko Amanata say, you go to Kayebo Etia Heart of Folk.
That was a let off. That was a big let off from Monofin Donzo. This should have been the second goal for Asante Kotoko. Maybe say coach Abdul Karim Zito Ekacha say if you just pass the ball, Nankomo and share the second goal. But then of course sometimes as a striker I was always selfish. And this is the opportunity. He was left all alone, just square the pass. But then, of course, Ali Muhammad, every year, or blockade that chance. It would have been very, very scary for Accra Hearts of Folk.
Come on, Peja, Eddie Chimney, some up him. And you throw you to Eddie Hearts of Folk. Lord Amoa. Morocco for Board, what you want to continue at Chemo. Menso Hearts of my Bonafio. Kotoko, Lord Amoa. The Bonafide 15. My friend Tonso Betty Akodabi went to me. I chip on their friends, Ransford Mensa, Saka out. Menso referee say, Yanto Fantia Kotoko. A throw here to Adiatia, Asante Kotoko. Atubona de Achemu, Nanso. Referee Antraso. Kotoko. Lord Hillary Adabu. On the border for Benkuma Fasaka Kwedi. Peter Midwaka. Peter Midwaka. She wanted a chemo where Yakonia and the Makotoko and Subona Premier corner kick.
Peter Midwaka is too difficult to be played against. Or here, the runs, the cuttings, the cutbacks, the passing. For me, he's been the best player on the field of play for Asante Kotoko, winning that penalty and becoming a tormentor in chief to the Heart of Folk defense. Obviously, he's been one of the best, brightest spots or Asante Kotoko team. And for me, if Asante Kotoko should win this game, they should thank Peter Amidiaka for that beautiful display of football and they were shoe.
Konakika Kotoko ebo adiatia Heart of Folk. Sima Adiosia Enson. Lord Amoa. Bono Jabonachi, Rafia Shana Bay, Lord Apegadia Chemu.
That was beautiful cross from Lord Amoa. Somebody nailed it up to me here, but when Tienya full connection of the ball, Emma Bonatrash, it would have been 2-0 because Benjamin Asare was completely beaten from that header. But then again, Heart of Folk have been let off.
German Kwabefi. Patrick said, Rababoni said, King the Bonapio. Bonnet Kotoko. Saka Dauda. Robertiniacho, Piazza de Bonaparte. Set Quadu. Patrick said, about short and answer goalkeeper. Benjamin Asare also move. Baboni said to Maria Chemu. Nancy Apin Bonapio. Referee say a foul. Young Fatwa. Na Emuntia Heart of Folk Sunset. Rafael Amponsa and the Codisan Semoneno. Ghana Premier League winning match at Tosan Kron and then you may Jekusu Ebo. Kotoko. Patrick Asedi. Lord Hilary Adabo. Adabo the ball where Piazza Nensu will be entering Yanko. Nango has said Kojonensu Ankoka. Heart of Folk. Bolombone Feye Papa Fe Tosumi Numu Pegadi Achemu. Referee say a foul. It's here Saka Dauda. Colin Samoa J. Fake Kadiama. Heart of Folk Sunset. Saka Dauda Kope Mohamed Hussein. And it from Sima Adios on a Casima Dionu. And they will move power. Be able to see how I can say me. I am free kick. Now, George Park with a fay. Ransford Mensa. One more Jabono. Echi. Ransford Mensa. George Park who are paying a chairman and goalkeeper. Mohamed Kamara Somu. Eriama Asante Kotoko. And yeah, and set pieces now. George Parku, one on the ball, Edema. The Phobia boys, next one, BB to the Papa to meet Mumai. And throwing your toe, Eddie Heart of Folk. Sima Adioson Bako, 71 minutes. And Yabo Ewa Kaisemu. Patrick Asiedu. Watona 10 to the Achemon in some away here, Papa. Peter Midwaka. Aya Konaki. Peter Midwaka Abdul Karim Abdul. What is Peter Midwaka? Diego Swapem Sokwanisa. Kodani Hedi Asante Kotoko betumi. Eti aye. Lord Amwa. One on jump on actually my Asante Kotoko. Referee Ashena Bewa Peja Eddie Achim goalkeeper Pim. Anyone if you Patrick Asiedu. Opponent so goalkeeper Benjamin Asare. Someone bonus to the Fabenkum. Hands of foot and you have been so betting at your book. Ball on one effort. Then so Harry Kwame and Sue. Upon the field. Ransford Mensah. George Parker, you keep on referencing. Set Kwaju. The ball of 25 for Saka Dada Betiniako. Dada Fabo, Pia Sodiama Set Kwaju. Set Kwaju, you want to never be a normal born of Accra. Kotoko. Lord Amwa. Goalkeeper Benjamin Asare Asum. But a friend Donzo. Rafa Lamponsa. Abdul Karim. Karim and Piasso de Bonafanifa. Aya corner kick.
Miscommunication from goalkeeper Mohamed Kamara and defender Harry Ainsu. Clearly, Harry Ainsu had wanted the goalkeeper to come for the ball, but delay here. And they allow Martin Kakari so they close in that angle. And then Harry Ainsu had to take the only option is to clear the ball. Eventually, well, really a corner kick. If House of Folk is swinging in the cross really well, and Yamawa said they might get an equalizer from this mishap.
I corner kick here, board it here. Kotoko, Wapeja Eddie Achemo, goalkeeper Mohamed Kamara Grasum. Mohamed Kamara, Wasomudiama, Asante Kotoko, Jano want to form.
Of course, this is a moment to waste some precious time because Oshe Mohamed Kamara, it wasn't as if there was enough contact on him. Eventually, he had to grab the ball. No way, Jano want to from just to waste some bit of time. It is part of football. He just want to waste some bit of time. But so far, I think Kotoko now is the time the coach want to throw in more men. Then we say, then of course, George Parkuniam Zaisa rather every Mauli Wayo in a Casibontain, Eba more firepower up front. Coach, you know, at least if on to me, mini game, no, at least a point he wants to pick it. But for Asante Kotoko, they would want to try, sir, on the pick a victory in this game, knowing very well, sir, about 3 additional games, sir, or more ever sign up, and that means, sir, if they are able to win those 3 games, you know, Asante Kotoko might rise to the summit of the league log with 22 points. But so far, they need to see to it, say, at least the 1 goal advantage, no Mukrano, on Betty maintaining. They've been very, very good, both defensively and offensively. But I think, say, more credit, Edema Kotoko defense, you know, with Momaye in this game.
Mohamed Kamara, sorry, Jan, and also in Chebia center referee, calling someone. Because
there was a kick at the back. Morifin Donzo picked the spot so perfectly and of course all resulted in that goal. His first goal for Asante Kotoko in a tough life football.
I have found your body at Asante Kotoko. Heart of okay, you are so betting at your mocha. Menso Kotoko, said Kwaju. Tenedu Mumia cannot to form a refuge for the Amano. Sima Adioso and Sontamwani, 77 minutes.
And I have I can see them. Kotoko Shabako, had to focus a beer. So betting at your mechanic, someone to me empty. Henry Kwame and Sue, one of the Jabonetti, Ediama Asante Kotoko. Papa on the Achemu, our heart of folk, 80 box in the mud wrapping. I pinche. Chibono, Bonacodi, Peter Midwa, Financial Jefferson. Kotoko, Saka Dauda, one of the Monaco, Saka Betiniako, Wakosimo de Chem, Nenso, Kevin Osai.
Beautiful stuff from Kevin Osai. It would have been dangerous. C'est passing it me at Trebois. That is why he's the big man at the heart of defense for Hearts of Folk, making sure someone picking the right position and of course making that stop. Good stuff from Kevin Osai.
And throwing here toward the Henry Kwame and Swagger yellow card is answer. Na referee who say o delay. Kotoko Yensaka, Morefin Donzo. One way I can say him. No, the only goal, and I watch a goal. I can say him, the Asante Kotoko. Jordan Amisa Ebemu. Lord Hilaya double Safimo. You heard Jordan Amisa, one of the back and saying.
Very young striker in big games of this nature. When you throw a young man onto the field, you expect say Obetima added so much to a year with Tibino, and I think that Jordan Amisa, because of energy wise, Obetima Baba added a lot to Asante Kotoko. For Hearts of Folk, in case one thing, any Mauli Wayo, I expect to say on best stretching the game in the Hearts of Folk. Now they've had enough possession, but I'm going to be making use of creating a lot of goal scoring opportunities. Changes on my we expect say a lot at Abre a Hearts of Folk.
Patrick Asiedu. She bought it in Chemna. Jordan Amisa make us say Kotoko player backward from referee say a foul young fan to an eye Muntia Asante Kotoko I won't feel fear from a own supplanter backward from the center referee calling Samoa Patrick Asiedu. One another from two referee behind that thing. Gentlemen, Atwa Accra and Seneso. Two coaches in England will be at the Abbey. Sima do what Akasima do. Not Kaisarina, everybody here. Heart of Folk and Yabresa Quadia or some with Chomoka. Our Kaisem. I am free kick. Jean-Paul Ayati Asante Kotoko. Mohamed Kamara Chanemrante Yomunye. Piga bona dia chemo. Dabi, we are different at man we need. Referee say a goal kick. Was it a goal kick? Meaning the other player, meaning penalty and pressure referee Germano.
Of course, there was minimal contact on him, but it is not a contactor. It was a result in a penalty. Yes, that was it. There was a bit of a contact, but said Kwado and somebody knew about the home, and I don't think that it was a huge contactor. Ever result in a penalty.
Mohamed Kamara Itabonetti de Asante Kotoko. Also, I have a sunset. Obebo Simkaya no Achakaka, until I saw a son of Bear. Give the Bettinia Trasona, Yahudo Bettinia Dinkunin, our Kaising. Referee say a foul. Jean Fatuana, Yemuntia, Asante Kotoko Fifiafem. Apenya ball the ball chemu. Heart of Folk Martin Kakari. Apenya Achenenso. Lord Amwapim. Kotoko. And he had a Achenenso. Referee and Trosso.
Offside. Of course.
Apenya Apenya the Frank and say offside. Etia Kotoko. Jordan Amisa. Kevin says he be a pig and so Patrick I said wonder from a pin. Ransford Mensa. Rafa Lamposa. Kevin says he be. Rafa Lamposa. Rafa Lamposa crab on the my heart to focus. Piazza da Quetti. Make us a Rafa Lamposa and modern boss and ye papa. I can't say me. Referee in prayer was say a foul, young fanto. Now, ye Montia, heart to focus set Quaju.
Very intelligent player, one of the most talented young chaps ever go Pamanaso. And then make sure say Obe holding forth in that midfield. We get the stature. Now they compare the midfielders of Heart of Folk. You didn't expect that Seth Kajo ever bought that kind of football our ball. And I mean, yes, surprise say even coach Abdul Karim Zito have decided to keep him for the entire duration of the game. Solid player.
Sima Ajowachi and 91 year. Kasimansia. I can't say no, you know, but corner here. Rapim Bono. This will wrap him. A body said to me, the one at him, and Harry and Swap him on a few. Kotoko. Bon, and say, Jordan Amisa. Amisa, the one of Fabian Kwafaso, Peter Midwaka. Heart of Folk, and you want to get from some massacre. Kevin says to me, Joaman Kwabeti. Baller, Heart of Folk, and Rantan upon a fair tossing you don't say, Papa Panenso. One more for the Kabako Muntimi, Antia Bona Trashia, Rafi Yanto, and Frontier. Heart of Folk.
That has always been Heart of Folk, no problem. Omo is very good on the ball, very comfortable on the ball. But Omo actions in it is not against the opponent. Given clearly, it has been very difficult to say Mohamed Kamara committing in the game. And when you play that kind of football, these strikers go. Clearly, Asante Kotoko goalkeeper looks on a holiday. Anytime you have a ban, it's either say you have two crowds from Ababefa, and yes, he's been called into action on several occasions. As against Ben Asari, who Asante Kotoko put a lot of pressure. Goal in Ghana. I think that if Asante Kotoko walks away with a 3 point, it is because Heart of Folk give to about that 3 point. They've not been that good, especially in the final third.
Ransford Mensa. Apenya bone de chemu. Lord Amwapim. Samba Onela Pimbone Fio. Rafael Amponsa. Whether from referee and Trasso. Heart of Folk Abayan Sakaye Chato. Rafael Amponsa, if I can see them across asthma, one a better messy I can be. Any of my Heart of Folk. Who come Ranti Amambo Mohammed Uncle Pameshwa. Rafael Amponsa and the modern boss any year, Papa. Heart of Folk, Piasso, Betty Atomoka. Abdul Karim. Shibona Chimenso. Kotoko. Woman de Boneko. Pia so de ma Jordan Abisa betinia that be you didn't get on the ball here.
He's just a young chap. So obviously you want to take action, and Jordan Amisa decided to say come back for the strike when he could have just held on to the ball. No what train Ama the teammates to be about 80 box anymore. Of course, Saka Dauda were running left, right, center, and I think so we're pulling a muzzle. And Yamiwawa said the coaches would decide say on be taking it out of the game. He's really worked his socks off.
I can't see mommy and son as Simajo Kunin in also. Saka Dauda, Eda Group Amanosun to a center referee, calling Samoa. Akachi Asante Kotoko, team doctor, Chinese Mumrana Fei. Woman Henry Yakanya, and to a cancer. Sima Edio watching and watching Tamuania, Casamamiano. Ghana Premier League winning match, Tosso and Crown. Ayebo. Chetua Kai said so Refia Shana Bay. Heart of folk. Woman wanting boss, any papa or fed tossing me anymore. Nelson Muntini for born to Asante Kotoko. And no any idea, Accra, Asante Kotoko. Henry and soon after Samba will let you home a bomb home body. Say, woman prima heart of work and for born to a matinee, Pimbono, Nelson goalkeeper. Mohamed Kamara soon. Eno Kosubonte. Kono so ye bia so betimi aboa. Set for do pia so de bana fa benkum. Peter Midwakwa. Peter Midwakwa. Represent Twaso. Sima enum na represent Fanto so say Sima Jokro ni nyina so. Throw in here toward the Asante Kotoko. Ransford Mensah. Atubona Kwachi. Wachibono Ben Kofa so wapega the bona chemu. We have him. Go! Are you offside? Wapega the front candidate. Wapega the front candidate. Are you offside?
That was a beautiful in-swinger. Asante Kotoko failed to deal with that ball. But then, of course, the officials had already flagged for an offside. I don't know where this offside came from. Yes, offside? From the header, no. From the header, no, he was in an offside position. Right call from the officials. Initial crossing in there, he was in a perfect position. But Bono Koyane, the person who headed Bono to a Mauli Wayo, or no, and the referee, no, making sure from that header to Mauli Wayo, no, or so for an offside. But I think it would have been one of the best goals you'd see in a super class. Perfect cross, perfect header, perfect control, and of course the goal. But obviously, he was caught in an offside position. Very hard done by Asante Mauliwayo.
Sima Ajokro Bako. Ransford Mensah yellow card is Kokai.
The supporters cannot believe it. They can't believe it. They thought they have gotten the equalizer, and so it was caught in an offside.
Wapega bona de chemu. Asante Kotoko bona tashe.
This was the situation. Yes, header no Ebano. Yes, header no Ebano. Mawuli Wayo was in an offside position. That was why he was flagged for an offside.
Wapiga bwana da chemu. Kotoko. Saka Dauda. What about that from Fifi? Samba O'Neil. Sima Enuma ya de to so make us abomu mi ensanida. Ha to fo ke bia so metin atomuka. Wo modern bona so ani nyanwa so moteka na nyanwa kwa. Ha to fo ke modern bona so ani offer to so mi ani mu pa.
They needed that energy. They really needed that energy. But Amo Achaya Afena, I said they want to prove a point. They want to get for the equalizer. And that is where I think say how to focus let themselves down. So we're a game at Kotoko no boy in the first half. Then Kotoko came in the second half to relax. Make sure say or may allow how to folk those spaces because how to folk were not threatening one more defense, you know. And I think that they knew they could attack. And listen, train at this time. It looked very difficult, but Yanche, football goals are scored within a split of a second. Maybe this could be that opportunity for Hartlepool to grab an equalizer.
Aka Sima Bako na Sima Numa referee. Calling someone to toss in also. Bate Kakari Abona challenge on my pinball field. Piasso Nelson goalkeeper.
That was a wasted effort from Peter Miduakwa. I would not be surprised if give anybody you'll be adjudged the man of the match. Very solid player, but sometimes decision making and it may let them down. In a game where I think they had to focus in the second half, on the better side, you know, they are losing because in the first half they allowed Asante Kotoko to dominate the game.
Simone mo de toso no aso how to for Katefi am Asante Kotoko abechane kabakwa omantinanti.
Once again history has repeated itself. Asante Kotoko about the Accra Sports Stadium and all pick that victory over Accra Hearts of Oak. They deserve it. Wamo have dominated the first half, created decent goal scoring opportunities, but I mean to me and utilize it. Hearts of Oak on the other hand, for me, I think they were bad in the first half, considering the fact that majority of the game chances to me about him, you know, Hearts of Oak and to me in creating even one goal scoring opportunity. A penalty, Morofin Donzo slotting in and giving Asante Kotoko all 3 points. I think Kotoko deserve it, and of course they worked for it. When we saw you